The movie kicks off with a shot of snakes slithering toward this creepy voice that's literally calling them, "You are the soldiers of the devils." Wait, snakes and demons? Bruh, what is this horror movie opening? I'm already spooked. Anyway, the voice tells them that the day they finally link up has come, all to free their king. The snakes gather around this weird gate, and suddenly, poof, one snake turns into a girl named Pushka, and another turns into a guy named Azkan. We find out Pushka is the alpha snake, and Azkan is the minister. This gate they're at is buried deep underground, and inside, the evil snake king Damyaan has been in timeout for like 1,000 years. Damyaan told them the only one who can open the gate is a brave, innocent, and pure warrior. Pushka was like, "Don't even stress, boss. I'm not coming back without the warrior who's gonna get you out of this hole." Then we see a priest who's low-key panicking because all the planets just aligned in one row. In movie logic, that basically means Damyaan is about to be uncancelled and freed very soon. On the other side of the world, we see our main character, a kid named Bheem, getting jumped by a pack of wolves. Do you guys actually think Bheem is about to be wolf chow? No cap, it's not happening. Why? Because it's an Indian movie, obviously, and Bheem is definitely the one who's gonna catch a body here. And facts, Bheem literally started snapping their bones. The rest of the wolves were so shook by his main character energy that they just dipped. Just like that, Bheem, the literal ninja kid, protected his master, the priest. At that moment, the priest wakes up from his meditation, opens his eyes, and thanks Bheem for being a real one. He tells him, "Yo, you gotta head back to your village right now because things are getting messy and your people need you." Now, we teleport to Bheem's village. There's a wrestling match going on and the whole squad is watching. This is where we meet the professional hater, Schwan, who's out here crushing his opponent's bones. He's being super arrogant, saying, "What kind of village is this? I haven't found a single man here. Is there anyone who's actually gonna challenge me?" Right then, the Wonder Twins, Sing and Ming, hear him and yell back, "The only one who can beat you is our leader, Bahawan, you absolute sheep." And here comes the scary lion, the violent beast, Bahawan. I swear, I can't believe I'm saying this, but what can I do? India is literally out here trying to drive us all insane. Anyway, Schwan sees Balawan and starts laughing his head off, thinking this barrel of jello is actually going to fight him. You guys think Balawan is really just a bowl of jelly? Bro, I promise you he's not. Okay, maybe he is. The fight starts, and with some power that literally defies every law of physics, Balawan managed to attack Schwan, lift him high up, and slam him into the dirt. But then, plot twist, things go back to normal real quick. Schwan bounces back, attacks him, and absolutely wrecks this arrogant kid's bones. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm low-key on the villain's side now, bullying this cursed kid. After the beatdown, Schwan tells everyone, "I'm challenging your king, you idiots. I'll be waiting for him in the ring tomorrow." Cut to the spooky forest. We see a caravan of traders carrying goods for the king. Suddenly, the horse stops and refuses to move because it's sensing sus vibes in the area. And yep, the snakes, aka Damyaan's goons, appear and jump the caravan. The leader of the caravan warns them that they're carrying King Verma's stuff and that Bheem is gonna pull up and punish them. But Pushka was like, "Sweetheart, we came specifically for Bheem because he's the only one who can open Damyaan's gate." The next day, Bheem pulls up to the village and daps up his friends. He tells Bahalawan, "Yo, I heard Schwan literally broke your ribs in the ring." But then the king's guard shows up and tells Bheem, "The king needs you in the squad, ASAP." So Bheem and his friends go to the palace. The king tells them the traders are late and they've vanished without a trace. Suddenly, Pushka and Azkan walk in, acting like they're the traders, even though they literally deleted the real ones in the forest. Pushka and Azkan start gaslighting the king with their magic and gifts, like a flying carpet and a mirror that turns red if the king's life is in danger. After that, Bheem goes home to see his mom, who's super proud of him because he's the village legend and protector. She tells him he has to fight Schwan to save the village from his bad vibes. Now, ma'am, is Schwan just a wrestler or is he a secret dragon we can't see? Because why is everyone so pressed? Anyway, the next day, Schwan the dragon is waiting for the king and Bheem, but Bheem is lagging. Schwan starts getting cocky and tells everyone Bheem is a scaredy cat and that the king should be the one to catch these hands. Right then, Bheem's mom tells Schwan, "Don't be so thirsty for a beatdown. My son Bheem never runs away or catches cold feet." And boom! Bheem pulls up with that super Bheem energy. He pounces on Schwan like a literal hurricane and starts snapping bones. But then, Schwan's friends jump in to save him from Bheem, and I really can't believe I'm narrating this. Anyway, Bheem hits them with a ground-pound thunderbolt that finishes them off. At that moment, Schwan gets his second wind and throws dirt in Bheem's eyes to blind him. You think Bheem is gonna take the L? My brother, I swear it's not happening. He stands up again like a lion, attacks with everything he's got, and wins the battle. Everyone starts clapping for the victory. That evening, the whole village is having a party. What victory? I don't know, fam. It was just a wrestling match, but you know, it's India. Anyway, they're all dancing and vibing. Meanwhile, Pushka and Askan are plotting on how to control Bheem so he can help them break Damyaan's curse. They figure it out. Pushka burns down all the farmers' crops. This causes total chaos and hunger, forcing the king to do anything to save his people. The guard runs to Bheem and tells him the king needs him right now. When Bheem gets there, the king tells everyone some enemy burned the crops. Right then, Askan and Pushka jump into the chat. They tell the king there's a place in the desert called the City of Gold, which has been buried for 1,000 years. They claim they have the map, and if they go there, they can bring back enough gold to end the famine. But, and here's the catch, they need a great, innocent, and brave warrior to open the city gate. The king, being a total NPC, agrees to the plan without thinking. Bheem tells him not to trust them so fast, but the king is set on it. The next day, the king and the squad head out in a caravan led by Pushka to find the City of Gold, which is actually Damyaan's lair. They see Damyaan's snake symbol. When night falls, the kids gather because it's almost Bheem's birthday and they want to celebrate. Suddenly, the priest shows up looking like a jump scare, and the kids run away. The priest warns that if Damyaan gets out, evil will spread and everything will be trashed. Immediately, Pushka orders the soldiers to arrest the priest. While they're dragging him away, he's screaming that Damyaan's curse is gonna hit everyone. Bheem just stands there like, wait, who is Damyaan and what's this curse about? The next day, they start digging in the desert. The snake's plan is going smooth as butter until Bheem finds some gold pieces and everyone starts cheering. But then, the ground literally eats them and they fall down into Damyaan's spot. They start exploring until they hit the gate where Damyaan is locked up. Pushka pulls up and tells them this gate holds the treasure and only a brave, innocent warrior can open it. The king tries, but he's a noob and fails. Balawan is like, "Excuse me, king, but there's no warrior here but me." But he fails too. Then the kid Lara says, "The only pure and innocent warrior here is Bheem." Bheem tells the king, "Yo, rethink this, I'm getting major sus vibes." But the king orders him to open it. Bheem puts his hand on the lock, it turns green, and rip, he just opened the door for the devil Damyaan. All of Damyaan's followers surround the gate, chanting magic stuff, until a green laser from their sticks hits the light from the gate, and boom! The devil Damyaan, king of snakes, spawns in. Is this Damyaan? Bro, I had a teacher in middle school who looked exactly like him. Anyway, he's like, "I'm finally free and I'm going to destroy India." And from where I'm sitting, I'm like, why you gotta destroy it, you hater? I won't have any more movies to recap then. Damyaan thanks Askan and Pushka for getting him out after 1,000 years and asks to see the goat who opened the gate. They show him Bheem. When the soldiers suggest killing Bheem and the squad, Damyaan says, nah. He says by the new moon he's going to turn every human in the country into a snake. He then turns 2 of the king's guards into snakes just to show off. Bheem is triggered, so he literally flies like a bat and punches Damyaan, the snake, right in the face. And this is where the Indian cap begins, but we're gonna keep it moving. Not only that, he starts beating the wheels off Damyaan's soldiers one by one. Then he grabs a spear and flies at Damyaan, but Damyaan stops him with magic. Damyaan tells him, "Because you're being disrespectful, I'm gonna start the destruction with your village first." And then he eats Bheem against a rock, knocking him out. Later, his friends wake him up in prison. Bheem wakes up feeling 100%, and they start brainstorming how to escape and save the world. Balawan, being arrogant as always, says, I'm the one who's gonna get you guys out, and tries to break the bars but fails miserably. So Bheem makes a plan. They call a guard and ask for a specific sweet. We find out this sweet doubles Bheem's power. The guard thinks it's their last meal before execution, so he spawns the sweet with magic. Bheem eats it, gets a massive power-up, and breaks the bars like they're toothpicks. Bheem attacks the guards, grabs his friends, and they go looking for the exit. They run into a group of guards and defeat them using Indian movie logic. Suddenly, one guard uses magic to summon a ninja spirit to fight Bheem. But Bheem is out here playing on easy mode. He dodges everything and steps on the ninja's back. The ninja gets mad and spams arrows, but Bheem dodges them all, and with one kick, sticks the ninja to the wall until he evaporates. But wait, there's more cap. Suddenly, the ninja turns into a giant lethal spider and webs up Bheem's friends. Do you think this stops Bheem? I swear it doesn't. Bheem, with one kick, explodes the spider while it's still on the wall. Is the lying over? Nope. The spider turns into a massive, fierce tiger. As soon as it jumps Bheem, he dodges and the tiger just sticks to the wall. I'm dead serious, that's what happens. Is Bheem done? No. He grabs the tiger by its legs, spins it around, and slams it into the wall. Bheem, my guy, even if you were drinking dragon milk as a baby, you wouldn't be this cracked. He frees his friends from the web and they go save the king. The king apologizes to Bheem for being a simp for the fake traders. They see the priest is there too, and he explains he's the last of the Sonapur magic bloodline. Once he's free, he tells them Damyaan is out and starts stressing. He says Damyaan is immortal and is gonna delete the whole country. Everyone asks, what's the deal with Damyaan? What's the curse? And who locked him up in the first place? The priest tells them that 1,000 years ago, there was a desert prince named Guru and his sidekick, Gulab. Guru decided to build a city made of pure gold. Even the people's hearts were gold, thanks to his magic and the magic Magi book. In like 5 minutes, Guru used the book to build a massive, legendary golden city. One day, the cursed Damyaan, Azken, and Pushka showed up, looking like bums. They acted like they were lost and starving, asking Guru to let them stay. Even though Gulab said heck no, Guru let them in because he's a nice guy. But Damyaan faked them out and stole the Magi book easily. Then he started torturing the people. Guru found out and realized that if Damyaan completes the death rituals, he'll become immortal forever, which is a major no-no in nature. So Guru and his squad of sorcerers pulled up on Damyaan. Guru told him humans come from dust and go back to dust, and what he's doing is against the rules. But Damyaan was like, I don't follow the laws of the weak. Guru and his crew had to fight Damyaan, who was going full psycho, but Damyaan was too OP because he was already semi-immortal. Guru thought fast and told the sorceress, there's only one way. We have to link up and do the impossible to trap him underground forever with the city. And that's what happened. But before he was locked up, Damyaan cast a curse, saying the whole country would be buried with him. And just like that, everything vanished underground. Back to the present, the priest is trying to summon the Magi book to find a way to stop Damyaan. The only way is to time travel 1,000 years back to stop Damyaan before he finishes the rituals. But they need another strong priest. Bheem calls his priest friend, who says he can send them back. But, wait for it, he doesn't know how to bring them back home. Bheem says, we'll figure it out. We gotta save the world first. The priest opens a time portal. The king says goodbye and tells Bheem, go, my son, I'll stay here and protect the country. So Bheem and the squad go back to the Golden City era. It's beautiful. Gold is just lying in the street, and even the pots are made of gold. Suddenly, they see guys being tortured by Damyaan's men. Damyaan tells everyone that rebels get the prison treatment and offers a pardon to anyone who snitches on Guru. A guy named Yan refuses to betray Guru. His kids are crying, but he tells them to run. His son throws a brick at Damyaan. What a legend! And Yan tells them to get out before Damyaan kills them. Bheem and the squad decide to save the kids from the guards. The kids trip and fall, but Bheem pulls up and saves them. He attacks the guards and absolutely grinds them into the dirt. Guru's assistant, Gulab, shows up and tells them to follow him to a safe house. Bheem tells Gulab he's from the future and needs to talk to Guru about stopping Damyaan before the final ritual. Meanwhile, in Bheem's original time, his mom and Lara's mom are crying because the kids are gone. But Bheem's mom is like, don't worry, Bheem is the GOAT. He'll take care of everyone. Back in the past, Damyaan is fuming because of the kid who hit him with a brick. Ozkan is like, bro, he's just a kid, forget about it. But Damyaan gets heated and says small rebels grow into big ones, and he won't allow that. He looks through his magic eye and sees Bheem wrecking his soldiers. Ozkan is like, who is this absolute unit? And he's a ninja? Damyaan gets annoyed, grabs Ozkan by his tail and hits him. Damyaan tracks Bheem down. Pushka says, I'm on it, boss. Gulab hears a noise and realizes Pushka and the soldiers are outside. He makes a magic tunnel to Guru's place while Bheem stays back to distract them. Gulab makes the tunnel, but Pushka tries to turn Bheem into a frog. Bheem dodges, but the spell hits the twins and turns them into frogs instead. Bahalwan grabs them and runs through the tunnel. Lara sees a mouse, thinks it's Bheem, and takes it with her. Bheem is still out there 1v99ing the guards and slamming them. He eventually makes it into the tunnel. Pushka enters, finds nothing, and is super salty. Gulab gets the kids to safety. Guru appears and is like, yo, don't hype me up. This is light work. First thing he does is turn the kids back into humans. The twins are fine, but the mouse stays a mouse because it wasn't Bheem. Bheem finally shows up, and Lara yeets the mouse away while everyone laughs at her. Back at Damyaan's palace, he's doing the second ritual and gets the second ring. Celebrations everywhere. Guru and Bheem hear the noise and realize there's only one ritual left before Damyaan becomes immortal. Guru explains that the Magi book has forbidden pages about the 3 death rituals. Guru says, don't worry, I have a galaxy brain plan. But Bheem tells him, bro, I'm from the future. I know you're gonna die and the city is gonna be buried. Guru says the only way to stop it is to steal the 2 rings from Damyaan's palace. He tells them, I gotta teach you some magic. He takes them to a vibey place and starts singing and dancing with them. Guru, my guy, we have a deadline here. Stop the musical. Anyway, he gives them their classes. The twins can clone stuff. Balawan can go invisible. Raju has a homing arrow. Lara can control plants. And Bheem? His power is the ability to fight magic and steal a sorcerer's power, but it's super hard. Bheem keeps failing to do it on a hill, but Guru says it'll happen when it's time. Suddenly, the priest from the future shows up and shows Bheem that things are cooked back home. Damyaan turned the whole village, the king, and Bheem's mom into snakes. The priest says Bheem has until tomorrow morning or it's game over. Guru opens a tunnel to Damyaan's palace. They end up in the dungeon and see John, the dad from earlier. Bheem says they're gonna save everyone. They sneak into the palace. Balawan uses his invisibility to hide them from the guards. Raju uses his magic arrow to find the first ring. It leads them to a room full of skulls and bodies. Everyone is shook. Bheem calms them down, but when he stands on the skulls, a massive scorpion spawns. Balawan hides, Raju falls, but Bheem saves him. Bheem plays tag with the scorpion, dodging its hits while it breaks the walls. Bheem jumps on its back and grabs a leg. Lara uses her plant magic to tie up the scorpion. Bheem uses his power to blow up the scorpion and they get the ring. Damyaan finds out Bheem is there, and Pushka says she'll handle it. Bheem and the squad find the room with the third ring. No guards, no monsters. Balawan tries to be a tryhard and grabs the ring, but Bheem was getting sus vibes. Boom! Gas trap. Pushka caught him slipping, and they all pass out. Next, Bheem is tied up in front of Damyaan. He sees his friends tied up by snakes. Damyaan tells him, say goodbye to your squad. But Bheem tells them, don't worry. He remembers Guru saying, Damyaan without magic is just a regular snake. Bheem locks in, focuses on the spell, and breaks free. Everyone is shooketh. The Magi book opens, and Bheem spawns a magic mace to zap Damyaan. Bheem tells the squad, go full beast mode. A massive brawl starts. Raju hits Ozkan in a very sensitive spot with an arrow. A girl snake attacks Lara, but Lara uses her plant magic to wrap her up. Ozkan dips and runs away. More soldiers jump Lara. Bruh, is everyone targeting her? Leave her alone. But she wipes them out with her power. Damyaan and Bheem are out here playing Superman, flying through the air and throwing hands. Bheem breaks Damyaan's mace. He flies up, gathers all his magic, and Damyaan tries to hit him with snakes. Bheem says the terrifying spell that sucks out all of Damyaan's magic, turning him back into a regular snake. The spell hits and Damyaan falls, powerless. Yan reunites with his kids and thanks Bheem. Guru shows up, thanks the squad, and uses the Magi books to evaporate Damyaan into thin air. Ozkan says he'll find a way to bring him back, foreshadowing. Guru offers to make Bheem the king of the Golden City. Bheem is like, I appreciate the offer, but I gotta go back to my own world. Guru respects that and opens a tunnel back to their time, but their magic powers disappear. Bheem and the squad are back in their simple village, but it's empty. They're scared that they failed. Then, surprise! The whole village jumps out to celebrate Bheem's birthday. His mom is glowing with pride because he saved the world, broke the curse, and turned everyone back into humans. And that's the movie. And that's the end of the movie. Finally, don't forget to share the video with your homies, bro. Catch you in the next video.